まもなく2023 NHK 杯国際フィギュアスケート競技大会アイスダンス、リズムダンスの競技を開始いたします。
Welcome to ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating 2023 NHK Trophy. In a few minutes, we will start the competition for ice dance rhythm dance.
はじめにご来場のお客様にお願い申し上げます。会場内は禁煙です。おタバコをお吸いの際は所定の喫煙所をご利用ください。お席でのお食事は製氷中に限り可能です。また競技中の水分補給は可能です。その際は競技進行の妨げにならないように、また周りのお客様へのご配慮をお願いいたします。一般のお客様によるカメラ、携帯電話およびタブレット端末による写真撮影並びにビデオ撮影は禁止されております。また携帯電話はマナーモードに設定してください。緊急地震速報 J アラートが発表された場合は場内アナウンスでお知らせいたします。全席花束やプレゼントの投げ込みは禁止されております。また身を乗り出してのご観戦や演技中の大きな声での会話などは周りのお客様のご迷惑になりますのでご遠慮ください。お客様に規制退場のお願いです。競技終了後お帰りの際は退場時の混雑を避けるためブロックごとのご退場をお願いいたします。本日の競技終了後順を追って対象ブロックを発表いたしますのでアナウンスに従いご退場いただきますようご協力をお願いいたします。
We remind you that smoking is not permitted in the arena, and flash photography as well as video recording is forbidden. Please set your phones to silent mode. Please also be reminded that it's strictly forbidden to throw any items, such as gifts and flowers, on the ice at any time. We thank you very much for your cooperation.
競技に先立ちまして審判団および技術役員をご紹介いたします。
Welcome everyone to Osaka, Japan, home to 2.7 million people. This is a major financial center of Japan. It is recognized as one of the most multicultural, cosmopolitan cities in Japan. Week number 6 on the Grand Prix series of the ISUs. We take a look at some of the beautiful temples here in Osaka. Some of the wonderful food as well. Well, it's been 6 weeks of competitions, or this is the 6th week of competition as we take a flyover at the facility here hosting this event. Now we are live inside the arena as we get set for week number 6 on the ISU Grand Prix Series. Next stop, Beijing, China, for the Grand Prix final in early December. I'm your host, Ted Barton, and we're going to be together for the next 2 days following some of the very best skaters in the world. What a wonderful place for athletes to perform. Of course, the Japanese fans love the sport, love their athletes, but are also so appreciative of all the athletes from around the world, so graceful in their support of all skaters. We take a look at the crowds entering the building, and Japan hosts some of the biggest skating crowds in the events around the world. Such a pleasure for all the athletes to perform here, no question. We'll start with the rhythm dance today, and that will be followed by the women and the pairs, and first day of competition will conclude with the men's event. Take a look at a great shot at the end of the arena here. see the vastness and the clean surface all ready for the athletes. And there they are, about to get introduced. Exciting moments, moments of focus and concentration. For some, maybe moments of fear, anticipation. As we take a look at the start order for the rhythm dance, just 9 teams, 1 has withdrawn. There'll be 4 in the first group, 5 in group number 2. Anxious moments. And all these skaters know each other very well, good friends and colleagues. As we take a look at the officials for this event, we thank them for all the time and effort over many, many years of training, getting here to officiate an event such as this, as we look at the technical panel as well. Talk a little bit more about the split duties for the technical panel and the judges a little bit later on in the event. Here we go, the introduction of group number 1.
The skaters of warm-up group number 1
enthusiasm of the audience already setting the stage, setting the environment for a great day of skating here in Osaka.
From the United States of America, Lorraine McNamara and Anton Spiridonov. From Japan, Misato Komatsubara and Tim Coletto. From the United States of America, Emily Bronte and Ian Somerville. From Canada, Marie-Jade Loriot and Roman Lugian. Skaters, please start your 5-minute warm-up.
And here we go. First group on the ice for week number 6 on the ISU Grand Prix Rhythm Dance. 5-minute warm-up. It is 1 minute shorter than the pairs and the single skating. They have 6-minute warm-up, 5 minutes for dance. We have 58 athletes at this competition representing 17 nations in the ice dance. There are 9 teams from 8 countries. There is Lorraine McNamara, 24 years old, Anton Spiridonov, 25. Now, Lorraine and Anton competed in Angers in the rhythm dance, had some minuses in the GOE scores, so room to improve there. Just a level 1 on the midline steps for both Lorraine. And Lorraine had a small problem in the Twizzles, dropping to a level 3. They earned a 64.77 in Angers, week number 3 in the Grand Prix. So a few weeks at home working on these areas should help. Hopefully they can improve on that score. As we take a look at Misato Komatsubara and Tim Coletto from Japan. 4-time national champions.
At the Beijing Olympic Games, they became the medalists for team event, 7th at last season's 4-continent championships. Representing Japan,
as you can hear, they're a medalist in the team event at the Olympic Games. And certainly favorites here in Japan. With 21-year-old Emily Brady and 23-year-old Ian Somerville. Emily and Ian competed at the Cup of China a few weeks back and were 5th in the rhythm dance with a 71.17. The GOEs were kind of a split between 1s and 2s with components in the mid-7s. It's only been 2 weeks between the 2 Grand Prix events, so not much time to make significant changes, but Emily had a level 3 in the Twizzles, so that can increase for sure. We will see very shortly.
And Ian Somerville.
There is a look at 27-year-old Marie-Jade Loriot and 28-year-old Roman Lagac from Canada. They were national bronze medalists last year. sixth at 4 continents. And they were in Angers, also in the rhythm dance. They were mostly in +2s in the GOE, got the levels of difficulty. So really only one area to get more in this event. In the midline steps, Roman had a level 2, Marie-Jade had a 3. Also, I guess all the skaters and teams overall, skating quality, musical connection improves throughout the season. So let's see if their score 70.48 can be beaten here at NHK.
One minute left for the warm-up.
Well, certainly at the senior Grand Prix level, not a lot is said between coaches and athletes. These athletes are extremely experienced, well-planned, well-trained, and they know how to spend those 5 minutes efficiently. Coaches just watching very carefully for any perhaps even nerves that might show up, or really no analysis technically at all. It's just standing by, supporting their teams and getting a sense on how they feel at the moment.
Warm-up time is over. Skaters, please exit the ice. Thank you.
And here we go. First event, day number 1, final Grand Prix event. And our first team represents the United States of America. 24-year-old Lorraine McNamara, 25-year-old Anton Spiridonov, coached by Alexei Kilikoff, Elena Novak. Their personal best was 73.17 in the rhythm dance, but only this season 64.77, looking to top that score right now. They'll skate to Kiss and Slow Love by Prince.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, that means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else.
First, the second element, but the twizzles, so important in rhythm dance. Great entry. A little bit out on the second set. Great energy as they enter the midline steps here. Rotational lift to finish rhythm dance. A great start to the rhythm dance here. Lorraine McNamara, Anton Spiridonov from the United States. Looking to best their score this season at 64.77. One element under review by the technical panel. Just a reminder to skating fans not familiar, there are two panels here. The technical panel analyzes the technical elements and the degree of difficulty. The judging panel will analyze how well the element is done. That's called GOE scores, grade of execution. And those grade of execution scores can add to or reduce the base value of each one of the elements depending on how well it was executed. We'll take a look at some of the elements in this rhythm dance. Of course, this is the one discipline in our sport that is, at least appears to be, mainly about performance, but of course there are technical elements just like any other disciplines, and the detail of which the technical panels and judges watch the edges as you look right now, making sure that the requirements of each edge are followed here through. Here's the twizzles, pretty good unison on that first set. Second set, just a bit of a bobble right there by Lorraine, not much. Nice on the third set. They're in at a level 4 for each partner, the plus GOE of 0.34, so a 7.68 for that one element. Lots of performance work at the end of the program there. This is so difficult. They make it look beautiful and they make it look entertaining, but to entertain and to perform at the same time, they execute an element such as this as a rotational lift. This is a level 3. They miss one feature out of their highest level of difficulty is level 4. They have 3 of the features, so missing one there. But to perform at the same time, what makes this sport so special and difficult. There they are. Coach Alexei Kilikov in the kiss and cry with them. Such a successful coach. So many teams he's brought up in the juniors and seniors. As we take a look at the rhythm dance scores, 65.65. That is a season's best. First team out for Lorraine and Anton.
Is 65.65. This is their season's best score.
2番小松原
There
美
is
里
our next team representing Japan,
Nippon.
31-year-old Masato Kamutsubara and 32-year-old Tim Coletta. Four-time national Japanese champions. Were only second last year, seventh of the four continents. They did represent Japan at the 2022 Olympic Winter Games. 68.88. Personal best in the rhythm dance. So skate to Ghostbusters and True by Spandau Ballet. Start the diagonal step here. Twizzles, good speed, ice coverage. There's the bent leg, one of the features. Change direction. Nice. Well, what fun, what great outfits as well. This is the first, only Grand Prix event for this team this season. Nice to see them back on the ice at this level. After 4 consecutive national championship, they were second last year, looking to hopefully regain that. 7th of the 4 continents championship last season.
小松原美里、ティム・コレト組の演技でした。
They were married in 2017, so partners both on and off the ice. Well, their rhythm dance best was earned back in 2022 at Skate Canada International with a 68.88. Not sure that they will get that here. So we take a look at Roman Hagenauer, the coaches of the team. We look at a lot of super slow motion here. You can see a lot of detail in that. can see the work and the expression by both partners. And although not a point value, but certainly adds to the program components. Composition, performance, and skating skills. Those three components bring in their scores as well, as they see a nice pickup into the rotational lift, which is in at level 4. So much detail in ice dance for the technical panel and the judges to look at. Very difficult to explain all that detail, as we get entertained by these teams mostly with the performance. As we see right here. Well, they looked like they had a lot of fun, as we did, watching them, as we see Marie-France Debray and Roman Hagenauer from the Dance Center in Montreal. So many dance teams that they work with around the world. Let's take a look at the rhythm dance scores for Sato and Tim. 64.12. And that will put them currently in the second place. Our first Grand Prix event here, just getting some experience back onto the ice as they enter the domestic season. National championships coming up in December for Japan. And our next team, representing the United States of America, 21-year-old Emily Brady and 23-year-old Ian Somerville. 5th at the U.S. Senior Nationals, 6th this season in the Cup of China. This is their second year as a team. .71.17, their personal best. They'll skate to When Doves Cry and Let's Go Crazy by Prince. Line steps here, great depth of edge at the entry. Great energy. As we enter the Twizzles. Wow. What entry. Great unison. Nice and close. Really well done. This team carries such momentum throughout the whole program. To pick up into the rotational lift. Wow. Fabulous. Well, no matter what the scores are here, this team has a very, very bright future. Scores dictated a lot by the technical elements, of course. Miss edge here, miss edge there. But from a performance perspective, this team carries speed and flow from the first out to the end, and great expression as well. And you can see the audience loves them. On the midline steps at the beginning of the program, for Emily and Ian, both had level 2. The Twizzles were both in at level 4 with some really nice GOEs. So good quality scores, and 71.17 is their score to beat for this season. We'll see how close they come to that, but let's take a look at some of the elements in the program. And although you'll see this in super slow motion, this team was so fast, so quick, so agile, and so expressive. You can see the depth of edge here. Soft knees, really want to bend deep in the knees and in the ankles. Have those edges curve. Make sure the turns are clean. There's the pickup, or just a little flip over the back actually there. And that hydroblading move mid part of the program looks simple, but the balance point so critical. Take a look at the Twizzles, the forward outside entry, good unison, good speed across the ice, both in at a level 4 with a plus 1.83 GOE, so adding 1.83 to their base score. There's the third set. Hands in front, which is a feature. It's a difficult aspect of the Twizzle. And there's the rotational lift, also in at level 4. So level 4, the highest level of difficulty you can have on an element. They've got that plus quality GOE score of 1.03. We see their energy right at the end. Enjoy.
The score, please.
Great thing about this team is you can see the joy in their faces, but you can feel it in their performance, and that's so critical. Wow, season's best, 71.47. Look pretty happy with that. That'll put them currently into first place.
The score for Emily Brackney and Ian Somerville is 71.47. This is their season's best
Nicely done.
score,
And all a skater
they're
can
now
do is
currently in
continue their
first
score
place.
to increase. That'll be mission accomplished, at least for this event, as they move through the rest of the season. Well done. With 27-year-old Marie-Jade Loriot
Number 4.
and 28-year Roman Lagac from Canada. Well, 71.92 is their season's best in the rhythm dance. They will skate to Need You Tonight, Never Tear Us Apart, Devil Inside by NXS. Start with the midnight step, which starts right here. Well done on the Twizzles. A great rotational lift, a great speed, upside down. Outstanding. What a great program. Of course, the themes of the rhythm dance, the 1980s, and we're seeing such a variety here in the Senior Grand Prix. On the juniors, we generally saw the same style for the most part, pretty much the same music throughout, but in the Senior Grand Prix, wow, lots of variety. Well, looking to top their season's best at 71.92. They should come pretty close to that. We'll see how the scores come out. They look really happy with that performance coming off the ice. Wonderful energy. The real character skaters skated the Pink Panther last season in the free dance and carried that off just beautifully. Husband and wife team. They greet Roman Hagenauer, Marie-France Debray coming off the ice. Seem to be coaching a lot of these teams here as they start right on the boards. Look at the nice soft knees, deep edges. There's the entrance to the Twizzles, arms in front extended. That is a feature. Little hop over, fast Twizzles in the second set. You're looking in slow motion, and that was pretty fast. All the GOE scores, the quality scores for their elements in the twos. Highest score coming as 5 for GOE. There's that upside down rotational lift that is in level 4, of course, with a 1.30 added to that base score, giving a total of 6.5 for that one element at the end of the program. Energy on every step, on every piece of choreography. You do not take a break in ice dance. It's full out all the way from the first note to the last, even when you're not performing a technical element. Let's take a look. Rhythm dance score, 71.35, just shy of their season's best. And that'll put Mary Jade and Roman currently into second place.
And Roman Legac is 71.35. They're currently in second place.
But it is close. Just 12 100ths. As we get set to be introduced to group number 2 and the starting order based on the world standings. So each team, as they move down the line, are higher in the world standings. And we'll see the standard continue to increase throughout this final group of 5 as they take to the ice.
Lucia Domujo and Tel Lumensi. From Lithuania, Alison Reed and Saulius Ambrulevicius. From Finland, Julia Turkula and Matthias Versailles. From Great Britain, Lila Fear and Louis Gibson. From Italy, Charlene Guignard and Marco Fabri. Skaters, please start your 5-minute warm-up.
Well, two of these teams in this final group have 15 and 13 points. Guignard and Fabri from Italy, they won their event, so they just need a top two finish to guarantee them even third place, to guarantee them a spot at the Grand Prix final. Lila Fear and Louis Gibson were second in their previous event. They have 13 points. They get on the podium. They'll also have an excellent chance of moving on to the Grand Prix final in Beijing in early December.
昨シーズンはヨーロッパ選手権で前年より大きく順位を上げ
There is a look at
初出場した世界選手権では
Demigo
14位という成績
and Theo Lemercier
今シーズンはチャレンジャ
competed
ー
at the Cup of
シリーズ
China, coming 7th in the rhythm
銅メダルに輝き
dance,
グランプリシリーズ
5th in the free dance, 5th overall in the rhythm dance, and mostly plus twos, the odd one or three
This season at
for
the
the
Grand Prix
GOEs.
Series
So
China,
improvement in the
they
quality of
placed
the
fifth.
elements will help,
Representing France,
but this could
Lucia
take a long
Domujo
time to
and
achieve.
Tel Lumercy.
We'll see.
昨シーズンはヨーロッパ選手権で4位と表彰台に迫り世界選手権では自己最高
There is a
の
look
7
at
位の成績
Alison
を
Reed
残し
and Salus
今季はチャレンジャーシリー
Ambrulevicius
ズドイツ大会で
from Lithuania.
グランプリシリーズカナダ
They were in
大会では
Vancouver.
3位に
The rhythm dance was
シリー
unique
ズ初の
as it
表
is
彰台に上がりま
it's
した
kind of a harder end to the 1980s music scene. The midnight steps only garnered a level 1, so room to improve on that. We'll see if they can do that here in NHK.
Representing Lithuania,
Total score there was
Alison Reed and
75.60.
Saulius Ambrulevicius.
ヨーロッパ選手権で銅メダルに輝
And
き
there is a look
世
at
界選手権では
Julia
初の
Turkila
得点
and
王を
Matthias
達成
Verslewis from
今季は
Finland.
チャレンジャーシリーズ2大会で3位1位と表彰
They
台
were
に上がり
third in Espoo just last week, taking their second consecutive bronze medal from that competition.
Last season's bronze
Now they sit on the
medalists
outside
at
looking
European
in toward the Grand Prix final. It's going to be very difficult for them to qualify for that. They really would need to win here.
Representing Finland, Julia Turkula and Matthias Versailles.
But a very solid, consistent team from Finland.
昨シーズンはヨーロッパ選手権で2位に
Lila Fear,
初の
Louis Gibson from Great
アジア選手権でメダ
Britain.
ルを獲得
Such a strong,
世界
impressive
選手権
team.
では4位と表彰台に
Podium finish here pretty much punches their ticket to Beijing, the Grand Prix final.
スロバキア大会を制し
They were second in Vancouver
カナダ大会では銀メダルに
and had
輝き
mostly fours in the GOE scores, so great quality in all their elements, nines in the
Last
components.
season's silver medalists
Very
at
strong
European
team here. We'll
Championships.
should see them in
This
the
season, they placed
finish in the
second
top
at Grand
two,
Prix Series Canada.
barring any major
Representing
mistakes.
Great Britain, Lila Fear and Louis Gibson.
And the favorites coming in here from Italy, Charlene Guignard and Marco
銅メ
Fabri.
ダルを獲得しヨーロッパ選手権を初制覇11度目の出場となった世界選手権では初の表
They
彰台
simply killed it in Angers, France, week number 3 in the Grand Prix, earning an 86.62. All the GOEs and the elements were either in the 3s or the 4s, and the high 8s or 9s for components.
European Championships and silver
The midline
medalists
steps
at
were
World
level
Championships.
3, so maybe we'll see that
First at the
increase for
Grand
4.
Prix
That's so
Series
difficult to
this
do.
season. Representing Italy, Charlene Guignard and Marco Fabri.
The last 2 seasons for this team simply continue to get better, even when they were possibly considering
残り1
retirement.
分です
1 minute left
But
for
on the
warm-up.
horizon is Olympic Games in Milan. They'll take 1 year at a time as they build towards that, see what happens. So strong technically, so much experience. Maria Kazakova and Georgi Rivia from Georgia had to withdraw for this competition. So we have 9 teams. As we've often talked about in the ice dance warm-ups, particularly in the seniors, is a lot of individual skating. They don't skate as much as a team. They might just glide around the ice, getting to feel the elements. Have been so well trained, they don't need to repeat them in warm-up. It's just really getting a feeling for the environment and for the quality of the ice.
Thank you.
And here we go. Well, the first team represents France. 21-year-old Lucia Demijo, and 24-year-old Theo Lemercier. Coached by Karen Aribet Nars, 72.55, the personal best in the rhythm dance. Just a 70.18, the season's best, as they'll skate to Rapper's Delight and Why Can't We Leave Together. Start with the twizzles right here. So they grab the blade, good speed. Love that. Fast rotational lift. Oh, some great work in the final element, the midline steps. Well, as much entertainment as there is with the upper body. Of course, the technical panel looking at the lower part of the body for the edges and the turns to get the levels of difficulty. We'll see what that comes in at. Right now, it's under review for that final element. A level 1 for Lucia and a level 3 for Theo, but that may change as they take a look at that on the replays. Great energy, lots of fun in that program. Well, this is their second Grand Prix event of the season. Very good result last year, first year on the senior circuit. They were 7th at Europeans, 14th in the world, so certainly show the ability to compete strongly in seniors. They'll look over the next few years, of course, to continue to move up the ladder, continue to improve. As they get greeted by their coach, Karen, as they get off the ice. Take a look at some of the elements in this. This team is still pretty young at 21 and 24. They have lots of time to continue to mature and grow as we see the back entry into the twizzles, arms extended as the feature, change really fast. Great unison as well. They're in at both a level 4 with a 2.29 GOE, so 9.63 for that one element. That's great score on their opening element, the twizzles. Look at the rotational lift in a level 4 with a 1.30 GOE added to that for the quality. So everything in the positives, good quality overall. Level of difficulty as well. Those midline steps at the end of the program. Level 2 for Lucia and level 3 for Theo. So looking to top their 70.18, they should do that quite nicely here with this program. Strong skate. You can always see on the skater's face of whether they feel, they don't know where their scores are going to be. They don't know the small details, perhaps, whether they hit the edge or not, but they're happy overall with that performance. Let's take a look at the rhythm dance score for Lucia and Theo. 73.58, season's best by a couple points. And they are thrilled with that, and that'll put them currently in the first place. Well done. Progress made.
The score is their season's best, and they're currently in first place.
There's a look at our next team representing Lithuania. Born in the United States, Allison Reed, and born in Kaunas, Lithuania, Celis Ambrulevicius. 75.60. Their season's best in the rhythm dance, and they will skate to Welcome to the Jungle in Paradise City, all by Guns N' Roses. Risky twizzles, here it is. Great speed going in, great unison as well. Little blade move. Final element. Rotational lift. Difficult entry, change of position. Wow. What a great performance. You gotta love the 80s. What such a range of music. A real variety show, even though this is sport. Great job by Allison and Celis. Of course, Allison, a lot of roots here in Japan. Sister Kathy Reed, choreographer and coach of young dance teams coming up, doing such a great job, and also a former ice dancer here in Japan. Wow, so many of these teams coached by Mary France and Roman and the team back in Montreal. As we take a look at the opening. Here's that entrance with the Twizzles, forward outside entrance. Good unison throughout, hand above the head, one in front. Just extension in between, stepping into the second set. Both in at a level 4, of course, with the 2.5 GOE. So a 9.85 earned for that one element to start the program. Great start. Great shot. When you watch ice dancing, for those not necessarily familiar, you know, watch the depth of the edge. Right there, that forward inside edge, nice and deep. There's the pickup into the rotational lift at the end of the program, back up over the shoulders. In front, there's the change of position. And also at a level 4, the highest level of difficulty, of course, 1.51 added to that base score for the quality in which they performed it. We see a little hitch kick there at the end. Right at the end of the program. Nicely done. Well, looking to top their 75.60 is their season's best, their personal best overall, 78.98. What will it be right now? Wow, season's best, 78.71. That puts Allison and Salias in first place.
The score for Allison Reed and Salias
And all four in the Kiss and Cry look quite thrilled with that as we take a look at the leaderboard, top 5 teams so far. Nice.
ユーリア・トゥルッキラ、マティアス・ベルスリ
Our next team represents Finland, both for 29 years old,
Number
Julia
seven,
Tukila
representing
and
Finland,
Matthias
Julia
Versluis.
Turkila and Matthias Versluis.
Very accomplished single skaters prior to teaming up in 2016, national champions of Finland, third at Europeans, ninth at Worlds last year, 77.65 season's best. They'll skate to tell it to my heart. I'll always love you and prove your love. We'll start the program with the Twizzles coming up. Difficult entry. Got the blade, head above the head, hand above the head. Stationary lift. Up over the shoulders, back around. Nice. A little tight there. Oh, what fun. Great performance. So difficult to look at the small details that define this sport of ice dance. Comes in every little step, the depth of the edge, quality of the turns, required elements, and the degree of difficulty. A lot of things going on at the same time, having to perform like nothing's going on except for just dancing. This sport looks so wonderful, but is so difficult. And I'm not sure that the audience can appreciate the degree of difficulty of the elements themselves, but also having to perform that at a high level. I don't really know any other sport that has a performance aspect of sport to this level. As we take a look at the Twizzle, a little bit out of sync there, small drifting away, not a big deal. You see the back entry there, the hands right by the head, the feature. And they're both in at a level 4 with a 2.29 GOE, so a 9.63 total score for that one element. All these top teams in the 9s for their Twizzles so far. No mistakes, no major mistakes. There's that stationary lift. watch the exit here. If we stay long enough, there picks up over the leg, up over the shoulders, and back around to the front. Make it look so easy, and it's not. That's into level 4 with a 6.89 GOE, or total score, pardon me. A couple times just a little bit tight. You can see how close they got there, just a little bit of a bump. So that's a small detail. That's not going to hit them in the score directly, but it's one of those things that as a nice dancer, you don't want to have it. You want to always be at exactly the same space that you normally have in practice. That was just a little bit tight, but really not a big deal at all. We see Maurizio Magalio, their coach, great Italian ice dance coach, skater, competitor, and now a coach in Finland. Score, rhythm dance.
74.66.
74.66. That will put Julia and Matthias currently into second place. They look not thrilled with that score. I think they know they could do a little bit better. In good position.
8番ライラ・フィア、ルイス・ギブソン組。
Our next team represents Great Britain. Lila Thier, Lewis Gibson. Lila is 24, Lewis 29. Team since 2015. Been a consistent climb to the world rankings, just one step off the world podium, finishing 4th last season. A good start to this season with a silver medal, earning 13 points. We'll skate to Sweet Dreams, and here comes the rain again. Also open with the twizzles. There it is. Difficulty. With all these turns. Great unison, nice and close. Pickup. Look at the speed. Amazing. So quick, so agile, so dynamic. This team always captures the audience with their energy.
ライラ・フィア、ルイス・ギブソン組の演技でした。
Well, they come into this competition with 13 points. They just need a top 2 finish here. They are the second-ranked team in this competition. We'll see what happens. There's no major mistakes here. We should see a pretty good score. Their season's best, 83.51. Their personal best overall, earning that at the World Championships last season. That was an 86.56. And what this will be is a pretty good score here, securing one of the top 2 spots. As second to last team in this event. Once again, Roman and Marie-France, I think they're teaching most of these teams here. Same coaching team with so many teams, not easy, but the ability to bring the individuality out in each of those teams is quite remarkable. Take a look at the twizzles, hands above the head, which is a feature. Great unison, nice and close as well. Different arm movements moving on that second set of twizzles. Keep the same amount of space between the skaters throughout the twizzles, and you're allowed to get down onto the ice as they use some of their choreography, the top of their steps. There's that interesting choreographic move there. The energy they brought at the end of the program, it's remarkable. There's that flip up, one rotation into the hold, then the change of position up under the shoulders, hands free for Lewis. Level 4 with a 1.99 GOE score. So they're going to have a really good score with this program. Will it beat their 83 or come close to their 86? Maybe somewhere in between. Wow. A lot of fun to watch. Great athletes. Great performers.
The score, please.
フィア・ギブソン組の得点 84.93。
That score,
今シーズンの自己最高得点を更新しました。
84.93. That is a season's best, not a personal best, as they take over the lead with one team to come. Just what they need.
That's their season's best score, and they're currently
A nice
in first
6-point
place.
lead over Allison and Salias. So well on their way at this stage to qualifying for the Grand Prix final.
9番
But one team to come
シャ
here
ルレーヌ・ギニアリマルコ・ファブリ組
from Italy. 34-year-old Charlene Guinaud and 35-year-old Marco Fabri have been teamed up since 2010. 13 years of experience, sacrifice, traveling the roller coaster at highs and lows of sport and life. They'll skate to holding out for a hero and against all odds. Again, they will open up with the twizzles. It's not required, but it seems to be a theme here. Wonderful. pick up to the straight line lift. Final element, midline steps. So strong. The audience comes to their feet. What a great performance. This team, 13 years together. At what point do you get tired? And how do they keep driving themselves to be better every single season? I don't know.
シャルレン・ギニャン、マルコ・ファブリ組の演技でした。
What an amazing performance. What an amazing team. As I mentioned, having competed for that long together takes the highs and lows of life. And sometimes the energy may go out and you wonder why. And then you push forward. And you have a home Olympic Games coming up. That might be a motivation. But when you keep getting better, particularly near the end of your career, you wonder, well, how much better can we get? Let's find out. And they are. Great job. Barbara Fusipoli, famous Italian ice dancer herself, of course, the coach. Look how close they are. There's the hands extended with a different hand position. Good unison, a little bit out there, but you're looking at super slow motion, so you pick that up, but not in full speed. The repetition that's required to be in sync at this level of skating, hands by the head. Look at the unison, is just beautiful on that second set. Both in at level 4, of course, with a 2.97 GOE. That's a 10.31. That's the highest score on the Twizzles so far in this event, or in this event. They're the final team. Here's the straight line lift. A lot of the teams using the rotational. There's the straight line. That is in also all 4 features achieved with the 1.78. Additional score onto that for the quality, the GOE. Not easy going down on the ice and having to quickly, you're seeing in slow motion, so it looks easy, but it is not, to get back up on your feet as just part of the choreography. It's risky and it's physically demanding. There we go. Well, 86.62, season's best. They earned that at the Grand Prix de France in Angers about 3 weeks ago. And what will the score be here?
ファブリ組の得点 85.27.
185.27, that is first. It's not their season's best. Close, but enough to take the lead. They already have 15 points towards the Grand Prix final. They're well positioned to grab another 15 or 13 and qualify. What a great event. As we take a look at the standings after the rhythm dance, the top 2 teams clearly separate themselves from the rest of the field. Pretty close between 3rd, 4th, 5th. And as we move along in the season, the teams simply continue to improve in the quality of their elements. In some cases, the difficulty as well, but as they lean towards their national, their domestic competition, their national championships. And for many of these athletes, that is the most nerve-wracking, particularly if they have stiff competition in their country.
Program will start at 2:15.
As we take a look at Charlene and Marco going backstage now. The fans having a bit of a break. The women's short program coming up for the next event. It'll happen in about 30 minutes from now. Beautiful big building here in Osaka. And they need it for figure skating events. So many fans follow this sport here in Japan. Maybe the fans drop off a little bit since Yuzuru has retired, but still very popular. A wonderful organization. It's one of the favorite competitions for countries to compete in for skaters around the world. Japanese Federation managing each one of these events so well. There's a look at Allison and Celius in third place. What a dynamic team, great energy. Continue just to improve every season, as most of the teams do, but this team has had great success last year and looks to continue that this season as they move towards the World Championships. And Europeans in their home country of Lithuania, we see Lila and Lewis with such incredible energy, always fan favorites. There's a look at that rotational lift. Grab the left hand, change the position, or the dismount on that element. A great appreciation from the fans as they look at the team at the end of the program. And here are the leaders after the rhythm dance, Charlene and Marco from Italy. They mentioned been partnership for 13 years and just continue to get better. Although it's beautiful performances, it's physically demanding. Don't kid yourself. These are incredible athletes and performers. Okay, we're going to take a short break. Up next, the women's short program coming up in just about 30 minutes. Stay with us. We'll be back.